Hey, good morning everyone. So, what am I up to now? Well, I decided to try to make DHOOP. DHOOP. DHOOP is a traditional incense that comes from India. And I've never done this before, so it's an experiment. So what is DHOOP? Well, basically it's all natural ingredients, and basically it's most of it is made with this beautiful cow dung. Okay, so I got some fresh cow dung just like an hour ago. These cows are sacred cows. They live in a cow sanctuary, and they are born here, and they live their natural lives, and they live in a herd, and they die here. And the fields are the pastures are just natural. There's no pesticides or herbicides, GMOs or none of that. And so, okay, so basically the recipe calls for most of it, like let's say 1,000 grams of this, and then it calls for rice. I made some rice here. This is basmati rice. It's cooked. I've seen recipes on the internet where they call for like powdered manure, powdered rice, but I also saw you could do it with fresh manure. Here, what I did is I went in the forest and I found some old decaying trees, decomposition, they call it coarse woody debris, very advanced decomposition rate. And what you do is you could plunge your hands in there and find, like you just scratch off some of that wood. And now I'm just with this coriander, I'm just like sifting it. So what I'll get here is a fine powder. And this was a pine tree, so and this goes in the incense, so this is wood. This will burn properly. The cow dung too will burn properly. They actually in India they use cow dung as a fuel. So the wood will bring a nice smell to it. Okay, now I got the rice, I've got the cow dung, and I've got the wood, dried wood. Now what you need also is some ghee. So I've got some ghee here. Ghee is very important Ayurvedic medicine, and it actually, from what I've understand, ghee makes a flame burn more like a golden color when you make candles, and ghee is used also in many cleanses. It's for health reasons. Anyways, I don't have a lot of ghee. It's usually 100 gram of ghee for 1,000 gram of manure, and then 200 grams of rice for 500 grams of wood powder or sawdust. Now what that means is basically you have twice as much manure as you have sawdust, and then you have twice as much sawdust as you have rice, and then you have twice as much rice as you have ghee. Yeah, sort of. Now I'm going to try something here. I'm going to put some turmeric a little bit, and I've seen turmeric in Indian incense recipes, and it'll color the incense. And I also have here magnolia essential oil, and that I made myself, steam distilled from the leaves of Magnolia Magnolia virgiana, bay. They call it here bay tree, but it's not really bay tree. It's magnolia. It's just a small leaf magnolia. It produces a lot of oils and nice smelling, absolutely beautiful oil. And I'm going to try to put a bit of that oil in the incense. Now, like, I'm going to mix all of this here in this very old wok. Once I'm done with that, it calls for packing it inside the paste. Once everything is formed into a paste, you pack it in a pipe. And then you push it through the pipe with something, you know, I got something to push it through here. And you push that paste in there, it packs it nicely, and it comes out the other end as like just in the form of the pipe. And then you cut that into maybe 1-inch little pellets. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put them on all these pellets. I'm going to line them on this piece of wood, and I'm going to dry that in the sun. So that will be interesting. And once everything is nicely packed and on that and dried, I will make another video as we try to burn this incense and we learn about more about DHOOP. Okay, so here I go. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Hey guys and gals. Alright, I just finished making some large stick dupes, but I'm trying another thing here. Might as well experiment. I found some resin of pine. I went out in the forest and I looked for some wounded pine trees. And I got myself some nice resin here. So what I'm doing here is like I'm pounding this resin into fine powder, and then I'm adding it to my mix. Resin burns very well. It's an accelerator, or at least I suspect it might help in my mix to keep the incense from snuffing out all the time, to keep it burning steadily, and it'll bring a really nice smell to it. Alright? And also, what I realized in the first batch I made was it was pretty dry when I was packing it in, which made it very brittle. And so the sticks that were coming out of my pipe were coming out and breaking apart easily. And I don't know, like maybe when the whole thing dries out it'll be more solid. But so I went ahead and made more ghee last night. See this beautiful ghee here? So it took me 2.5 hours to make this clarified butter. Basically, you evaporate butter. You evaporate the water from the butter, and you remove the milk solids. They will separate, float on top, and then you could just spoon them out. Anyways, I'm gonna put more ghee to make it a little bit softer. I won't put too much. I might put a bit of water. So I'm actually going to work the texture of the dough to make it more conducive to making a nicer product. And in the first ones I made it with this pipe, and in the second version I'm going to make it with a smaller pipe. Let's see, can we see the difference here? See the difference? And so the other ones might burn like more easily, or at least they'll be smaller. And so like the other ones are huge. That'll make it produce a lot of smoke for a long time. And I might try to make small cones. Those are really fun, you know, those small little cones. You just light the top and let it go just for it burns a little while. So yeah, I'm experimenting, and we'll see on the other side, once everything is dry, which product ends up being the nicest. Okay, so I'll just go and pound this resin and add it to my mix. Okay, bye-bye. So there you go. That's what they look like. They burn all the way down. They smell really earthy.
No, I'll be okay. I don't think my skirt can match this. It's like...
All right.